Today we will talk about a token in the XLM Stellar ecosystem, which is AFR Afreum. And I have talked about it a couple of times in the past, and I was a little skeptical. And in all honesty, I still am. However, it has had updates and activity that imply it could be what it claimed. So as of right now, we're at 0.0014, and that is up 952% since this time 1 year ago, and it's up about 36% in 30 days. I first heard about it sometime in mid-February at about this 0.0012 spot, and I bought in with just a little bit. And in all transparency, I did trade out of it in order to go heavier into either SHX or Velo at that time. I can't remember which it was. Oh, as of right now, I do not hold any AFR, but I am thinking that it could be a good time to get back in for my own purposes. And that is because it is at just under an $8 million market cap. And if it is able to have even a tiny percentage of the utility it claims, then it could possibly end up as a huge thing. And even if it does not, then it could pump just off of hype. The Afreum account on X has been posting some pretty interesting things. On May 31st, it is talking about real world asset tokenization, including 156 fiat currencies. Afreum fiat tokens are created with USDC and redeemed for USDC at exchange rates. And it also has as high as an 8% APY. And I did have a question on if it was tokenized or if they are working on that tokenization right now. And it did confirm that it is tokenized as of 2021. And I also had a person respond on that question as well, who referred to a post from a bit over 1 year ago now, when it was at a 600K market cap, which is a bit under 1/10 of where it's at now. Angelica Saldana posted a great update. On April 17th of 2024, Afreum Pay 2.0 beta went live. And it has a map-based interface to help discover who is offering compatibility. And it talks about Afreum Cash as a merchant cash crypto service, which just means that companies can accept Afreum Cash as a form of payment and also convert it into fiat in order to cash out. It does talk about ISO 222 compliance, and I'm not 100% sure at this time where that comes from, or if it is just referring to how Afreum is a stellar token. It's got 156 country tokens and 156 fiat tokens in order to facilitate cross-border transactions. One of the interesting things for me is the QR code payments, which reminds me of Velo, which is also heavily connected into Stellar. And it also has some interesting trails in Stellar Expert. Here is the AFR asset, and it has the issuing account here. And if you go into that account, it was created by this account here, which was created by a Binance account, which is called out clearly here. So it could have some possible ties into Binance comparable to what we have found for SHX and Velo. Here is the updated Afreum site, and it has a much more professional appearance now. I have explained the platforms it has in the past, so I won't talk about it a lot, but just from what is shown here, it reminds me a lot of the platforms that are concentrating on payments and decentralized finance. As of right now, it's got 200,000 trust lines and 300 tokens in over 200 countries. And here is the roadmap that began in October of 2020. And it appears as if the top part is in Q1 and Q2 of 2024 that is called out as full decentralization. Because it reminds me of and what it is trying to accomplish in Asia, if AFR had that same market cap right now, it would be just over 2 cents, which is almost a 17x. And if we compare it to the all-time high, then that would be just over 3.5 cents, which is a 26x.